Hello, you lot. Well, that didn't go according to plan, now did it? Except, the point is, it did go according to plan, it just didn't go according to our plan, to my plan. My plan involved the country finally taking the opportunity to have more empathy than evolution gave a stonefish. But, yeah, so that's not happening. Um, the the country seems pretty much still divided. Not perhaps so much between Leavers and Remainers, or Tory and Labour, and has somebody checked if the Lib Dems still exist? Yeah, okay, right. And Lib Dems, but to be honest, it's between people who are right and people who are wrong. And I know that sounds like some sort of elite point of view, and probably it is, and I don't care. Because people can still be wrong, even if there are a lot of them. Numerical supremacy does not make you right. It allows you, as we're about to find out, to be powerful, and certainly we've exercised that power for decades now, because we were working in the assumption that some things were agreed because they were self-evident. Apparently, they're not self-evident to everybody. Okay, we get that. It appears that, whether it was true at the time or not, Brexit is now genuinely the will of the people. That's fine. That's power. That's politics. I can accept that that's how that works. But honestly, I promise. What it doesn't mean is that you're right. And that's why so many people are posting broken hearts, essentially, today. Why people are terrified of the future that's coming. Why people don't know where to turn, don't know what to do. It's not that we lost. It's that by a fundamental rejection of fact, of intent, of political will, as a country, we've absolutely screwed the future. And again, I can take you into the numbers if you like, but you know what's going on. You know the future that the NHS faces. You know that Brexit itself is very, very, very likely, and I'm randomly suggesting you look up some experts here. It's going to drive us off an economic cliff face. And not one of us can really understand why he'd willingly do that. But the truth is, politics and fact are not the same thing. And we're now in a reality where the will of Brexit is apparently more important than the fact of Brexit. So you tell me how we're going to go from here. Can you? Nobody's yet really ever been able to tell me what it is about Brexit beyond their emotional responses stoked by 30 years of nonsense. What it is that we get from it that we don't already have. But more important than that, how do we do it? What does it look like to you? I'm willing to take answers on it, because to most of my people, there isn't a good answer to that. There's an answer which involves economic hardship we didn't need to face. There's an answer which leads to social and national isolationism. gives an answer which leads to not having enough medication, not having enough resources, not having access to the people who more or less keep this country running. So tell me, what does your Brexit look like? How do we get there? Why do we get there? And if we can come to some agreement on what it is that actually is fueling this notion that we need to get Brexit done, then maybe I'll accept that the political power to do a thing is as important or more important than the wisdom of doing that thing. Until then, there are going to be lots of us who simply don't understand, can't match the emotional response with the expert evidence, and who are not really going to be able to bring ourselves to all come together in a great big Brexit huddle, because it's going to seem insanity. So it's up to you now. You've won a very significant political battle. Thumbs up to you on that. That's democracy. That's fine. That's certainly more democracy than the original Brexit referendum, let's put it that way. But now it's up to you. Show us how this is a good idea. Show us the way. Because we can't see it yet. And nothing, in fact, seems to prove it to us. Do that. Show us what it means. Show us the good side that we're somehow still not seeing. Until then, there are some broken hearts out there. And mine is more or less one of them. So, over to you.